Hi there, gorgeous! Hope you're having a fabulous day. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I make videos like this every Monday and Friday, so if you'd like to be notified of new content in the future, please subscribe, and thank you if you do. Today I am doing the $1,000 Sephora Fantasy Makeup haul. I think that's what it's called. If not, forgive me. But this tag was created by Emily from Emily Noel 83 here on YouTube. If you have not seen her video, I'll have it linked for you below. It's such an awesome concept, not like anything I've seen in a tag in a while, actually. And her thought process behind this tag is a lot of influencers are getting PR packages now, and that seems to dictate the avenue to which the content goes. And so your content really is based around PR packages instead of what it used to be in the old days on YouTube, where you would go out and you would purchase products and you'd get inspired by things that you purchased yourself. And so I really like the concept and her idea behind it. And it's really fascinating too to see what products someone would pick if money were not an object and they were given $1,000 to go shop at Sephora. I mean, hey, go nuts. So I did. I went a little, but that's okay. I'm not buying any of these things. I might buy a couple things. I mean, honestly, I might, because some of them were like, ooh. I probably took it a little bit more seriously than I should have, but this took me about 2 or 3 hours to put together because I really thought through each product. The first product I was attracted to is this one from Laniege. This is their Cream Skin Milk Oil Cleanser. And I wanted to try it because the reviews on it were so good. These people are saying that it melts off makeup instantly. It doesn't strip your skin of moisture. It leaves you with a hydrated feeling afterwards. You don't feel too dried out. And what else were they saying about this one? Oh, you didn't need much for removing your makeup. And I really, really like that. I mean, when you're paying $34, and how many ounces are you getting here? 6.7 ounces. I mean, that's pretty pricey. That's, now looking at that, I probably would not buy it. But if you only used a small amount of it, I mean, this is one that I would probably want to go to Sephora and get an actual sample of to try. Anyway, it looked promising. So the next product that I added into my cart is one from Geurlain, and I've tried some of their products here and there, and they've been kind of a hit and miss. I mean, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good. But this is the Mad Eyes Felt Matte Waterproof Eyeliner Pen. I was attracted to this one because it had two factors that I really like in an eyeliner pen. It's intensely matte, and it's ultra precise. And I really appreciate those qualities. And then the people who reviewed it at the bottom said that it stayed on all day, it didn't run, it didn't transfer, it didn't bleed, and it's intense black. So this may be one that I actually want to try in the future. Now this next one is one that a lot of you have been recommending that I try ever since I had mentioned it in a video a while back. And so that's why I added it to my cart for this video, because I keep saying this, I shouldn't say this. I want to get it. This is the Laniege Lip Sleeping Mask. This is pretty pricey for a lip sleeping mask, but so many of you have told me how good it is and that I have to try it. So it is one that I have bookmarked previous to making this video that I more than likely will get at some point, but I wanted to try it based on the rave reviews. Now, granted, there are some people who are like, it's not worth it, don't get it. But I mean, you don't know until you try. This next one, oh, you know I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes in this cart. You know that. So I was looking at the Viseart palettes because a lot of you know how much I love my neutral matte palette, and I would replace it instantly if I used the whole thing up. Well, this one really caught my attention when I was looking at all the palettes that are out there right now. I actually have another one in my cart too. Anyway, this is their Cool Mattes 2. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. I feel like you got a really good mixture in there. You have some pretty blues, you got some purples, and it's all matte too. I will say I've tried some of the shimmers from Viseart before, and I didn't like them personally. They just weren't that good a quality. But every matte eyeshadow I've tried from Viseart, I have loved. And so when I saw this one, I said, I'm just gonna say it's a pipe dream, okay? It's a really pretty palette that just might show up one day. This product I could never justify the price on. I just could not do it. And whoo, buddy, this is from Pat McGrath. This is the Mothership 6 eyeshadow palette in Midnight Sun. And when I was looking at all the different palettes, because I have wanted to try an eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath, but I couldn't really decide which one. But this one, when you look at the reviews of it, there are a lot of people saying, if you've never tried a Pat McGrath palette, this is a great one to start off with, and the color story is very well done. And you can tell that when you look at the pictures up here. It's got a beautiful purple right there and a green and some neutrals, and yeah, if I was gonna pull the trigger, it would probably be on this one. I also added the Longwear Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation, and yeah, you see the price on that? What? How many ounces are in this? I'm just curious. 1 ounce, you get 1 ounce for $120. Yeah, nope. Why? Oh, well, okay, here, I added it to my cart because the La Mer powder, say that 3 times fast, that I have tried in the past, the one that they discontinued a long time ago. You remember this one? Do I still have it in here? Let me see. This stuff, you remember this? They discontinued it, but I love the powder. It's always been one of my favorites, and that's why I don't use it much anymore, is because you can't get it. But the powder is what made me want to try this foundation, because how much I love that. Now that I'm seeing that it's $120 for an ounce, I would not want to love this one. But I'm still curious. It'd be one of those products that if I were going into Sephora and getting a bunch of samples to try, I would ask for a sample of this. By the way, for those of you who work at Sephora, how are they dealing with samples now with the virus and everything? I'm just curious, because I haven't been in a Sephora in, I can't even tell you the last time I was in Sephora, but I even wonder if they're doing samples anymore, now that I think about it. Another product I would like to try is from Geurlain, and this one is another ridiculously overpriced one. I can't pronounce it. I'm going to try. It's the Meteorites. It's got an accent over the E, okay? Meteorite. Okay, let's look that word up.
La chute de météorite.
I don't know if I can say that. Meteorite? Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so it's the Guerlain Meteorite Primer Perfecting Pearls. And this is along the same lines as that video I just did recently where I had reviewed 8 different products that promise to even out your skin tone and cover pores. They're basically alternatives for foundation. They give you a even looking skin tone without having to put anything that feels heavy on your face. And that is almost what this sounds like. And a lot of people were saying that it helped to control their oil throughout the day. It gave them a flawless looking skin. Like this person says, I have slightly larger pores around my nose area and makeup tends to make them show throughout the day. And this primer blurs my pores and makes my skin look so flawless. It's magic in a bottle. No. Patrick Ta. I have only tried, I think 2 makeup products from his line previously, and I loved them. Excellent quality. And so when I saw that he had this new one out, it's one that piqued my interest, and that is the Major Beauty Headlines Double Take Creme and Powder Blush. And the shade that really interested me is the one called Oh She's Different. Look at on the fair skin model what that looks like. It's such a beautiful wine, and it would be gorgeous in the fall months. The pink didn't really speak to me so much, but the bronze nude was also nice, and the coral could be really nice too. But what I liked about this is that it's a cream product. I really love cream finish blushes, and the reviews on this one was excellent. This next one would never, ever, 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 ever grace my doorstep, but unless it was like a gift for PR or something like that. But I mean, this is just, yeah, this is from the brand T3. This is their Lucea 1-inch professional straightening and styling flat iron. And I've heard so many good things about this brand, and the reviews on it are excellent. From most everyone I've heard talk about T3, they've been really, really happy with their hair products. So if a big if. If I'm ever in the market for a hair straightener and I have 150 bucks to blow, well, yeah, I would consider it, but today, yeah. So Shiseido has this face brush, and I watched the video of the girl on Sephora using it, and it really did such a beautiful job on her skin. It's basically a buffing brush when you apply your powder. It has synthetic bristles from what I remember, and the reviews on it, most everyone who's tried it said that it gave them flawless skin, gave them like an airbrushed finish. It's probably a really good brush. Now, Wander Beauty has this Play All Day translucent powder. I've never tried anything from this brand before. Don't really know much about them, but the powder looked really interesting. It's basically a pre-filled puff with this silky translucent powder. That's what it says. Evens the look of skin tone, diminishes the appearance of enlarged pores, and helps to retain moisture in the skin. And the reviews on this one are kind of hit and miss. Some people really love it, and then some people are like, not so much. But it's one that, it's not too high on the price scale. I'll probably keep it in my cart for the future because it's very intriguing, and I'm such a powder fanatic. I love trying powders out. Natasha Denona. Okay, there's this contour sculpting powder that I came across, and it looked really good. It's described as having a smooth velvety texture, completely matte, and it's cool toned. And what I was really excited to see, honestly, is that if you go down and look at the reviews, there was one reviewer who said, dark skinned ladies and gents looking for a bronzer, get this, you will love it. And she goes on to say that it's one of the best bronzers she's ever tried for deeper skin. So that makes me really happy because I know that a lot of people have this chief complaint with makeup companies, and I do want them to be more inclusive, absolutely. So it's nice to see that Natasha Denona has a shade range in here that looks like it could work for everyone. Now, that's based off of one reviewer, so I can't speak from experience or anything, but I just was really excited to see that kind of review. And it made me want to try this product, not only from the standpoint of the inclusivity, but also how much people are saying they love the finish of it, how it looks on the skin. It doesn't look muddy, and I like that it's cool toned and matte. We may have to bite the bullet on some of these. I mean, we may just have to, because there's just so many. It's just this. Doggone it, Emily. I wonder if my friend Corinne would try that out with me. She probably would. She's a good sport like that. She just got a new car, by the way. Her car broke down, so we haven't been able to get together. So hopefully soon we can get back together. Anyway, the next product I wanted to share with you that was on my list is one from Givenchy. This is their eyeshadow palette in cool grays. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And if you look at the swatches, oh, I love the color story of this one. Now, I've not ever tried a Givenchy eyeshadow palette before. I don't think that I have. And this is pretty doggone pricey too, I tell you what. You probably don't get much at all. Yeah, no, you get 8 grams. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. But, oh, it's pretty. It's really pretty. This last one is like, whoa. Like, whoa. Whoa, Nelly, holy cannoli, gird your loins. Okay, hold on. I still want to try it though. I do. This is from Viseart. It's the Grande Pro Volume Eyeshadow Palette. There are 30 eyeshadows in this palette. 150 bucks, huh? But they're all matte. They're all matte. Oh my gosh, this is, yes. Oh, my birthday's coming up. Ooh, who am I kidding? I'll probably ask for a copper pan instead. But seriously, this is such a beautiful palette, and I love the shades in here. I was instantly attracted to it when I saw the different neutrals and pastels, and oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, I love Viseart. I do. And this is one where if I had 150 bucks to just blow on an eyeshadow palette, I more than likely would, because this one just looks so fabulous. And the reviews, not only on Sephora, I went on Google to I got a little too excited when I saw it. I had to know what other people thought about it. I had to find somebody who hated it. I And I couldn't find anybody who didn't like it. Everybody raved about this one. 150. Now, normally, okay, if you're taking a 12 pan eyeshadow palette from Viseart for $80, it comes out to about $6.67 per eyeshadow. So in terms of that, it's not that expensive when you break it down like that, but I'm interested to see what 150 divided by 30 is. Oh, it's actually more inexpensive. It's $5 per eyeshadow. Okay, well, see, when you look at it like that, I mean, I know 150 bucks is like, but then you see $5 in eyeshadow. I mean, that's really not that bad. I mean, Inglot costs more than that. But yeah, no, can't justify it, but I can look at it. Anyway, this was a lot. It's so much fun to put together this list. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you would add to your $1,000 fantasy cart on Sephora. Oh my gosh, there is just so much. It was hard to pick even just that amount, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic also. And if you want to make a video like this, feel free. Would love to see yours also. And I just thank you for being here, for taking the time to watch. I look forward to seeing you again next time.